I believe you should take a career break after federal service, even if you're broke, think you'll soon be broke, are worried about money. I still think you should take a career break, an intentional break, a strategic break for two main reasons. One is there are things worse than being broke. Regret is one of them. Regret about not living the life that is to be yours. The other is it is a true empowerment move. It is a true opportunity for us to take control back of our lives. Over the last year, a lot happened to feds. Placed on administrative leave, rift, unrift, re-rift again, unrift, probationary periods terminated, more than 100,000 people impacted, people who took the DRP no longer in their federal jobs. A lot happened and it was terrible. And it was one chapter. And it's one that still hurts my heart, by the way. That's, I think, the nature of life. But now we get to write the next one. And we don't have to write it in fear. We don't have to write it in panic. We can do it from a place of saying, this is my time. This is my sacred opening. I am going to use this terrible moment as an opportunity to live into the dreams I have for my life, even if I don't have money right now. My name is Monique Fortenberry. I am a former federal executive, lawyer, coach, and I help women make empowered, intentional decisions after federal service. That is what I want for you too. Please subscribe to my new post-federal service YouTube channel. Like the video if you like it. Comment if you can be nice. I'm new to this. I'm not new to life, but I'm new to this. And so please be kind and then share it with a friend if you think there's someone who could benefit from it. So in the past, I've talked about, okay, these are the things you need to do to get a job. Today's message is different, and or rather it's complementary. Some people absolutely, no matter what, right now need to go back into a certain kind of full-time, permanent, in-person job. And we love them. I was that person for 20 plus years. There was no way you could tell me that I wasn't going to do that and be that. And no matter how much I told myself I was going to do a new thing, I went back into the safety and security of that. If that is where you are, blessings upon you. Stay and listen. Maybe this will inspire you, and then maybe there'll be another decision for you to make in 6 months or a year from now. Today, I'm speaking to women who are kind of on the fence, who are saying, oh, this life I have always dreamed of is available to me now. I can see it. There's these things I want to do, dreams I've had that I've put on hold, but the money is running out. And I say to you, hold on, sis. Take a break, step back from that decision. Not only the decision, but take a true break, step away from it so that you can come back to it refreshed and clear and make a decision that aligns with the desires of the heart, the dreams you've had for your life, the thing you had in mind before your job ended or was taken. But it's hard to leave this ability. That's why I talk about handcuffs. The federal government was a form of golden handcuff. It seemed secure and steady, and it was until it wasn't. But now you have the authorship. You have the opportunity to say, this is what happened to me, and this is what I'm doing now. And if the only thing standing between you and your dream is the money, then my message to you is broke is not the worst thing you can be. Broke is not the worst thing you can be. I am telling you, broke is not the worst thing you can be. Regret filled is worse. Sick is worse. There are many things worse than being broke. How do I know? Because I've been broke and I have dreams deferred. I have been no electricity broke. I have been payday loan broke, no telephone broke. I have been eviction broke. That was a very long time, but I still experienced it. I have been make a payment plan to pay the rent on the apartment where you don't even live anymore. I have been credit score low broke. I have been all kinds of broke. And I can tell you that none of it compares to the fact that I put my dreams on hold for safety. None of it compares to, I have had other points, these pivot points where I could have paused. And instead, I rushed into the next thing. And God bless me for it, right? This is the story we're told every day about how we are to live our life. The truth is that we have a lot of autonomy and authorship of our story, no matter the circumstances, including the circumstance of low money. We can figure out money. We don't get the time back. And this unique moment that I wouldn't wish upon anyone also holds the possibility for a sacred transition, even if the money is low. You're watching me do that right now. After I was placed on administrative leave, people reached out to me to say, how can I help you? Do you need my help? Do you need me to introduce? These are people affirmatively reaching out to me to help me find a job. One person said, you know that if you need a job, you should let me know so I can help you, right? And finally, for the first time, and boy, did I want to go forward with those jobs. I like having a salary. I'm accustomed to a steady salary. But something in me said, no, sis, no, you're not ready. First of all, you're distraught. You're not ready. You're not going to perform in the way that these people know you to be able to perform. But there was also a part of me that just said, wait, like, wait to get clear. It'll be okay. And yes, I did have some financial backup, but I'm telling you that it didn't matter. There were other situations where I had some amount of savings and I still wouldn't step away. I still wouldn't bet on myself. And sis, I'm telling you to bet on yourself no matter what is in the bank account. You don't get the time back. We don't get it back. I'm so thankful right now that I'm going forward in this way. I don't know how it's going to turn out. I'm giving it my all. Check out my description, y'all. Did you see the profile pic? I'm all in on this, okay? I'm all in. I don't know how it's going to turn out. And you know what? I don't care because I haven't spent enough time in my life in this lane betting on myself, taking the risk that I'm taking right now. I haven't done enough of it. I want to develop that muscle. I want to see who I am in that regard. The bank account is not the determinant of your life, even though I know it's stressful in the moment. I have made a dollar out of 15 cents, and it did not feel good to have the 15 cents. This is not Pollyanna. This is not woo woo. This is not manifestation. This is lived experience. I have been broke, nearly broke, close to broke, long time broke, and none of it compares to the number of times I betrayed the calling on my life because I was concerned about money. And I'm saying to you, this moment that you didn't ask for is also an opening for you. It is also the time to say, I'm in the in between space. Let me chase it. Let me go after it. And also let it come to me, which is what will happen when you open yourself to it. Now, so one, broke is not the worst thing you can be. Regret is worse, dreams deferred worse, sick deferred, so many things worse. And so you're going to say to me, what about the money? Like, how am I going to sustain myself? I know you can figure out ways to sustain yourself. I'm going to share a few resources with you too. And some of them are free, some of them are paid, about different ways of making money. And I'm not talking about necessarily like trading penny stocks, although some people have become very good at that. There are very, what will I call? Traditional ways that just aren't the ways you have made money in the past that you can use to sustain yourself during this break and during this pause. There are other things you can do, like talking to creditors, talking to mortgage companies, talking to landlords. Based on your individual circumstances, you can make those decisions based on what you know about those entities. But there are a lot of people who have been coming forward to help feds during this time who you can say, I'm a Fed, I lost my position, I'm seeking forbearance, right? You know whether that is the right move for you. That's one thing to do. I want to lead you to two resources, though, two active resources. Um, well, actually, three. One is the Exodus Summit, sponsored by, co-founded by Stephanie Perry and Rashida Dow. Last year's summit, which I attended, is called More Move Abroad Money, and it's for women, Black women who want to move abroad. You may not want to move abroad, that's fine, but it's 3, 4 days of content about how to do that, whether it's becoming a virtual assistant, many other, teaching English as a foreign language, all kinds of things that can help you generate money while you are on this break. The point of the break isn't for you to have no money. The point of the break is not to move into something you know you're going to hate just because it pays, right? So the Exodus Summit replays are $129. If you have the 129, you go ahead and pay that. And these are women from all walks of lives and backgrounds who can talk to you about how they made money. So one is Exodus Summit. Two is I want you to go to Stephanie Perry's YouTube channel and watch her free content. One video in particular is about income rivers, not streams, is what Stephanie says. And she talks about how she essentially pulled together different pieces of things to create income for herself, to sustain her life away from her full-time job and to sustain her being abroad for over a decade. I'm not saying you need to move abroad. I'm saying I want you to see the many creative ways Black women are finding to make money, to make the dream for their life possible. Stephanie has other videos too, and I want you to check those out. I'm going to look at my notes now, even though I hate to do it because I want to tell you about Dr. Kimani, who is the founder of Lifting as We Climb Consulting. And she has both a YouTube channel, and you'll see some of her content that is also about career breaks, leaving toxic jobs, ways to make money. She also has an emergency money plans masterclass for $99. It's led by Dr. Kimani and Dr. Roche. You can get the replay of that. And she also has a toxic job liberation summit replay from last year. And that's also aimed at, well, what are other ways that I can generate money, whether it's, remote work or working internationally? The point of all this isn't for you to move abroad or for you to do a direct, they did this, and so I'm going to do the same thing. It's so that we can open our minds to the possibility that there are other ways for us to sustain ourselves, that there are ways for us to take this break, whether it's negotiating around money, whether it's finding low stress ways while we spend the time making intentional decisions. I help women make decisions after federal service during next chapter strategy sessions. We spend 90 minutes one-on-one. We get clear about what's most important to you now, and we make a strategy for you to accomplish it. I would be honored to partner with you. The link is in the description of this video and also the description of my YouTube channel. And I would be honored to work with you as you create this next story that you're the author of, that you are the creator of, and that is your next chapter. I wish you every good thing, sis, as you move on from federal service. And I thank you for your service and for your time. Take care.